Welcome to Virtual Staging Art. In this tutorial, we'll show you how to render a house over an empty plot or an existing building. To get started, drop or click on the upload area in your home screen. Then select the project that you want to work on. We select House Render out of the asset modes. And once the image is uploaded, we can go into either the empty lot flow or the existing buildings flow if we want to replace existing buildings. The image that we uploaded has an empty plot, so we'll go for the empty plot flow. Start by clicking on Analyze Plot. This sends the image to the AI to analyze where the plot might be and suggest a height reference, which we'll adjust in a second. Once the AI has finished analyzing the photo, we need to adjust the plot corners to match the actual area that we want the house to be rendered on. So in our case, I'm going to move the plot corners further back because we want some setback from the road. We can create additional plot corners for oddly shaped plots by clicking on the plots in between the existing corners. Once you're satisfied with the plot corners, we click on Confirm Plot Diagram. And next, we need to select the height reference for the building. The height reference indicates how much is one floor of the building actually equal to. If we have additional buildings in the photo, we can use those as reference. In this photo specifically, we do not have buildings, so we're going to have to estimate, and we can adjust this later if it doesn't come out right. So I'm going to say one floor is about this much. I can adjust the number of floors indicated by the line here. So we set it to one floor and this much. And clicking on Confirm will create a 3D projection of the area that the building would be generated in. If we're not happy with the projection, we can continue editing, going through the steps we just went over. Changing the number of floors for the building will once again regenerate the volume accordingly. Once we're satisfied with the volume, we can pick our architectural style. We provide 16 different styles to pick from, and you can actually pick 2 as a combination, or just one. I'm going to go with the modern style here. I can add additional features such as a garage or a covered parking, which I'm going to take. Go back to 2 floors, and I can provide additional specific details about the house for the AI to utilize in the generation. Pick the number of renders. I'm going to start with 2 so I can adjust if things don't go well. And click on Generate Renders. Skip forward a little bit. Once we have our renders, we can use the same option as in the staging pipeline. You can click on Compare to compare the image generated to the original to make sure that the actual area around it was preserved correctly, and to see the result, how it actually merges into the photo. You can also make refinements using the Refine button, which allows you to make some architectural changes to the building. You can add balconies, you can change the roof, change the entrance to the house, remove sections, and also change the lighting and the landscaping and so on. Once we're satisfied with the result, we can download it with our watermark and disclaimer using the download button, or we can share it using the share button. You can download all of the variants using the download all button, and we can continue generating additional variations of the building using the new render button, which allows us to make adjustment to the height reference and plot points if it didn't come out right. And that's it. This is how you generate a house with an empty plot. Next, we'll take a look on how to do this with an existing building. So we upload a photo of a plot with an existing building. Again, picking the house render as the type of asset. And this time, we click on the existing buildings tab, which will allow us to send the image to AI for analysis. Once the AI has analyzed the buildings you can pick from the picture the building that you actually want to replace. And this will generate an outline of the building as much as the AI can detect it. And we'll adjust the rest manually by dragging the corners of the outline and generating additional ones if necessary. This doesn't have to be picture perfect, but ideally we cover the entire area that we want replaced. Next, we pick the plot corners similar to the empty plot, except here it extends from the outline of the building. If we need to, we add additional plot corners to cover all the area we want to generate in. And then we see the FIDI volume extrapolated by the software for the AI to fill in. We can continue making adjustments by clicking on the Adjust Building Plot if needed. Other than that, we pick the architectural style as before, the building details, the number of floors, and any additional notes that we want the AI to take into consideration. Pick the number of renders and click on Generate Renders. Once the AI is finished rendering, we can use the exact same options as in the empty plot flow. We can compare to the original image to make sure the area around it was preserved. We can make additional refinements. Sometimes the AI leaves some of the surrounding intact and we might want to remove it using our editor. We can download the image with our watermark and disclaimer, and we can use the share link to share it externally, or download all of the renders with the download all button. And we can continue generating variations with the new render button as we did before.